Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Kansas Jayhawks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Huskers will kick it away to start. He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the offense on first down. He's looking to throw it. Now improvising. And a sack all the way back at the 5. Just making life miserable for opposing quarterbacks the way Trev Alberts always did.
Yeah, just finding a guy that can sniff out the quarterback and kind of feel it, have those instincts. You could tell he saw it, went and got it, just like your boy Trev Alberts, Reese.
They'll come to the line and try to get out of this mess on second down from the 5. Looking for space, it's Neal. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Really nice play call there on second and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a third and manageable situation.
And it's incomplete on third down. They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, fourth down in their own end, and they're going for it. Looking to scramble. He'll turn it loose out to the right. He's got it downfield for a huge gain.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
After that huge play, they'll try to finish him off with another one. It's 1st and 10 from inside the 40. And he is showing it all and finding ways to pick up yards. He's down to the 28. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
I think throughout the week in practice, when you're game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Pushing ahead, a tough run, picks up 4, it's down to 15. And the Jayhawks want to crank the tempo. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. set on first down. Scanning the field, it's Raiola. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up, but he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Out of the gun to give to the back. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Kansas. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he got into the house in the 6 to finish it. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the defense.
They'll try to power their way ahead. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short. I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up something easy you know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
It's simple play, simple game. Get that first down. That's all that matters. I don't try to trick. I go back to what I know I do really, really well.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Throws for the tight end. Fires the pass. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
On first down, here comes this offense. To the air, it's Daniels. Quarterback now breaking the field. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Kansas 14.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's going to pass, extending the play. He fires it out to the right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be check down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out, you're cutting the field in half, right? The defense starts to run from one side to where you're rolling out to. The field kind of shrinks, and it kind of becomes a little bit of backyard ball. You can tell he forced that one in there. Didn't get the interception, thank goodness, but it wasn't a great decision.
And that ball is picked off. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Timing has to be so good. We're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field. Ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. On the move, he fires. Finds a man on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Catch in the middle, it's Fedor. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Cornhuskers in the hurry up. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. And the Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Raiola. Release to the back. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Buying some time. He'll throw it. He's got it on the move. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Husker. Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Kansas offense returns to the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this way.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. They're trying to get to it. And they got him for the sack. A 1st down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking for a man. It's Daniels. Time to take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Neal. Oh, the pirouette, he's got room. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
The Jayhawks moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on third. Forced out of the pocket. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Wide open, he makes the catch. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Jayhawks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He wants to throw. Dances away from the heat. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play. Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Looking to pass. It's Daniels. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback checking the play. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
There's just so much chemistry between this quarterback and his receiver, and you saw it right there. Down the perimeter, trying to work the boundary. Just put it somewhere near him. He'll catch it. He'll get a foot down and help out his offense.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He's going to take off. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. The Jayhawks will boot it away to start the second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if any of you are this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run. Get the first down.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Quarterback checking off. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Fires to the right. And that one's incomplete. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. He's looking deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Finds his man enough for the first. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Got it set up on the outside. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Lets it fly. And he makes the catch inside the 15. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Running back goes in motion. Trying to find his man on first down. Touchdown, Nebraska! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ball game.
And he puts through the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play call. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Unleashes it. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. To the air, it's Daniels. Scrambling away. He'll let it go down the right side. And he's got it inside the 35. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Looking to move it through the air. And the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty marker right at the line of scrimmage, and this may go against the defense. Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Quarterback moving. He's going to fire to the left. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
You You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. And the returner will be dragged down. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Quarterback will audible. Dropping back, it's Raiola. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Looking to throw for it. He's taking the shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
One final play before the end of the quarter. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Finds his man and they convert. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
First down for the offense.
The Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Now inside 4 minutes to go here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
The Kansas offense returns to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute their game.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Buys a little time. He'll throw one to his right. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
A lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Penalty is on the D. I guess the good news is it didn't lose much ground. There's not much left. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And he makes the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
14.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Gets it to the back. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Cornhuskers will hustle to the line.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. Here comes the hurry up. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast. And you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
And he was winding his way all over the backfield, staying alive, and finally he goes down. 1st down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Coming after him. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Here's a throw downfield late. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quick completion on the out. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away.
I think after failing on the fourth down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Jayhawks! And the beatdown has ensued.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end. But all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been he's going for it all. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. To throw, it's Daniels. Looking left. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And the ball is intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. First down here for the offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. It's complete on the right side.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
Wants to fire on second down. The quick out. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. And the Huskers want to move quickly. To the air on first down. Throws to the tight end. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. Really need positive yards on second down. After the incompletion, they'll snap it from the 44. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Fado. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Huskers will line it up on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. They're bringing heat. Gets rid of it. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Throws to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're 3 for 4 on 4th down in this one, and they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And the incomplete pass turns the ball over on downs.
And these aren't easy situations for these offenses, man. Like, it's a known passing situation. The defense is playing coverage. Nowhere to go with the football, forces the incompletion, and this one is all but over.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but, like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but, like, let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. He's going to fire deep. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0. Well, they say you win a few, you lose a few, and some get rained out. It would have been good for this team if this one had gotten rained out because they lost badly.
Yeah, not a lot to be too proud about in this one here. Good news is you get to go back to the drawing board. You get to go back, you get to have another week of practice and as a coaching staff, try and find ways to get players in position to go out and make plays. Going to need a big locker room speech after this one, David.
Yeah, and you're going to watch this tape, and it's going to hurt because you're going to watch with your coaches, and you're going to see the mess-ups and all the things you could have done better, but you got to learn from it. You got to get better. You got to grow.
Ladies and gentlemen, the sun has now found its home in the western sky, and it is Saturday night in Tiger Stadium, home of the LSU Tigers, one of the great venues in college football. Today we have a top 25 matchup on hand with two of college football's premier teams preparing to slug it out. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Moving away from pressure. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Trying to get behind the defense. It's complete. A huge pickup. LSU right back to the line.
That's a really nice catch there, and I know LSU goes by the moniker of DBU, but you take a look at all the draft picks they've had in recent years, and with this guy...
Gonna let it fly. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. On the ground, it's Durham fighting off the defender. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, the running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some bounds and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
Going to try to get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a shot. And he's got it! Touchdown, Tigers! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game.
You know, fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just can bounce any which way whatsoever. An offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
Fires to the wideout. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. To the air, it's Leonard. He's got his man, makes the grab. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Lets it fly. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And how about the bomb? The long field all the way across the field. Big-time play, big-time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here come the Irish back on offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Back to pass, it's Leonard. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And that's a great job by the defense not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground. They didn't give up the outside. Got the sack on the play.
The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over. Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Steps away. Trying to get rid of it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Get the quarterback off his spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all 3 of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
LSU quick to the line. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Grabbed over the middle, it's Anderson. Touchdown LSU! What a catch and run for 6. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh...
He smashes his way through again. The 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
First down for the offense.
First down to start the drive after the break. The back goes in motion. They'll throw it on first down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He makes the catch. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. He's starting to get in touch with his inner Joe Montana as the Irish are moving the ball up top.
And I think that's always the question with the Irish every year is who's going to play quarterback. We know their brand and we know who they are, but are they going to get ballers at that position? Are they going to get a great Ian Book, a great Brady Quinn? That's the next step, and if they find that guy, Notre Dame can do everything they want to do and be great in college football.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Flushed out of the pocket. Let's it fly. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
And back to the air on second down. Feeling some heat. Got it behind the line. It's locked. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. They're threatening to score and they'll throw it. Buys a little time with his feet. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. Notre Dame has it now, first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Irish. It's a much-needed life for this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week.
He wants to take the top off. He's got it down the left side. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
The O-line gets an attaboy for that play. How about the time they gave their quarterback? Beautiful pocket. They allowed him to survey the field, find his open guy. This offensive line, they are gelling early.
And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. On the run, still looking. Just gets rid of it before the heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. A shot for the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. The AT unit on the field. And they knocked through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this.
And he's running in the open. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
And that's a first down.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Pocket starts to collapse. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Let's see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 48. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They go to the draw. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
The decision to go for it does not pan out.
And sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Keeps looking downfield. And it's caught inside the 15. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Love the play call here by the offensive coordinator. You can sniff it. You can smell in the air. Blood in the water. Now we're taking a shot. You got the athletes to go execute. Just dial it up.
This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, LSU.
And how about that? His 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He'll start this drive firing. Dances away. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to...
Looking for a huge play. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He's going to pass. He lets it fly. Fires it into a crowd, and it's picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. At the 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing, with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
He's got him, and they convert. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Looking to scramble. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Line getting set on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Setting up the screen. At the 40, there he goes. He'll work his way down to the 28.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Love. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. He'll just keep slinging it. The sweet feet buy a little time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
and the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And they tacked on the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Notre Dame, 21.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Thomas. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Comes out throwing on first down. Pulls it in, it's Durham. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Now they'll run the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
Well, the upside is you could get a first down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. Getting some heat. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. From the gun, the ground game. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got enough space. Touchdown, Irish. And here they come, almost all the way back.
In the end zone.
And he's in for his 3rd rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Williams. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. Gonna take a shot. And they almost had a connection on the long pass, but the receiver couldn't make the grab in bounds.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back. Excellent field position here for the offense. Gonna run it. It's Love. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one deep. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the fourth quarter and about to kick it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And the Tigers want to pick up the tempo.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. He's looking downfield to throw. Pressure coming.
That's a bad job in pass protection. I almost give the quarterback some credit because I think he knew where he was on the field. He knew he was going to get sacked for his safety. He was doing everything he could to just go down at his own 1-yard line to avoid giving up the 2 points.
Takes it on the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Here come the Irish back on offense. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Come on, receiver. You can make that play. You do it all the time in practice. Don't come out here on game day and start getting big eyes under the big lights. You got to make that catch.
Keeps the legs moving. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Dropping back, it's Leonard. Moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Firing to the right, complete. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Nice job by the defense there on 3rd and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up 4th.
The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ball game. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Collins. The metrics tell you so often. Go ahead. Go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
That just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Looking downfield, it's Leonard. Now adjusting. Had to throw it before he wanted. And they can't make the play on third down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Tie game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on fourth down. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You can tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the fourth quarter for the touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position, too.
Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. He wants to throw. They're trying to get to him. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Out of the backfield, he's open. Still running at the 40.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for me.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's taking a deep shot. And he reels it in inside the 30. Touchdown, Tigers. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. He wants to throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.